Welcome back, guys, to Xenoblade Chronicles X. We're here with 97.86% of the survey rate completed. We look to max it out and get that 100% now that I've found every tyrant we're hunting. And hopefully done enough work to be able to defeat Telethia, even if it's only just barely. But first of all, we start our completion, our final 2 and a bit %, 2.14, by talking to the Divine Napopon. Here up high in the administrative district for the one square that has not yet been done here. So, Divine Napopon, what have you got going on? My man, great friend empowered by spirits. Now listen to what Divine Napopon has to say. Divine Napopon was nearly wiped from existence by a strange full-belly gecko-like creature. He told Divine Napopon that there was no such thing as ghosts. Then he used crackly electric weapons to stun and kidnap Divine Napopon. The evil full-bellied gecko wanted to conduct nasty experiments to see what happened as Divine Napopon subjected to voltage. Thankfully, Divine Napopon managed to escape. But full-bellied gecko made a mistake and accidentally told Divine Napopon's name. It is actually Lugalbanda. Full-bellied gecko must be punished. He must learn price of messing with eternal being like Divine Napopon. Meh! So, great friend empowered by spirits, tell Divine Napopon the weakness of full-bellied gecko-like creature. Manon hate pizza or Manon hate voltant? Let's be a nice guy. So friend thinks evil creature will cower in fear presented with this pizza. So be it. Divine Napopon will send vast quantities of pizza to foolish creature. Hear me, O spirits. Divine Napopon commands you to rain pizza down on Sin known as Lugalbanda. With toppings of heaven, Divine Napopon smites thee. Tears of joy. You're the best friends now as we complete our survey there. Divine Napopon here sounds nearby from that we should not be here. But it not seem to be doing bad things. If it's merely annoying, that is probably okay. Because a friend, Great Menace has been quieted. For that, Divine Napopon thanks you. Friend has done well. Tell me more. Divine Napopon maybe knows all the secrets of the game. The secrets that may never be revealed. Divine Napopon was curious about Friend City and deigned to visit. Holy Spirit's not allowed to meddle in mortal affairs. Divine Napopon must watch from afar. But Divine Napopon believes that Friend will bring peace to City one day. May you succeed in every opportunity. Okay then, opportunity. Well, we still have our one quest to complete all the way down here, which we could complete by literally just talking to him. But we're not going to, are we? We want to beat Telethia the Endbringer. Oh, I didn't know the grass gets all squelchy if you land like that. So on to now. We'll be with you in the future. We're off to go get ourselves another thing. So our session here will be done mainly with the power of editing in mind. We'll be popping left, right, and everywhere, pretty much, to get things done. So let's do it. The next of our remaining segments is right before us. The only 2 segments I think that there were anything else to do apart from that quest over in Residential District to clear that. And it's another affinity shift to speak to Quiquat about something.
Hello.
Psst, hey you, maybe you can clue me in on something? I hear there's a person in the administrative district who teaches Xenoforms how to use Frontier Nav. Well, I was hoping to brush up on the ins and outs of the system myself, you see. Can you tell me this instructor person's name? Definitely not Tobias, it's Kirsty. Mainly because you don't really want to send to Tobias. Bit brisk, bit gruff.
Oh.
Really? She helps oversee all of Frontier Nav. She must be some sort of superwoman, right? And perhaps she'll know how to track down the materials I need to repair the city. Or even how I might compile information about Mira's myriad mysteries. This is all very exciting, isn't it? I'm going to squeeze every last drop of information out of this Kirsty person. We may not need to get with the times to become Frontier Nav savvy, wouldn't you agree? Probably because they feel like there's pizza to be mined somewhere, someplace, somehow. So now the survey rate for the entire district just hinges on us completing that quest to complete New LA. That is all that's required at this point in time. However, we should head to Oblivia first at a 97.9%. Well, I found one of those tyrants I was looking for, near the Vigilance and the whatnot. And I was quite surprised to find him where he was. It was annoying. It was surprising. Because it was a tiny tyrant. Not a big tyrant. Of course, you're looking around going, maybe it's a Vision. Maybe it's something like that. Maybe it's this big guy that's right over here, right? Who's gonna spawn anytime now. Oh, he's over there. But actually, I've lost him again. There he is. Took him a while to spawn in. It's actually just a guy that takes seemingly an incredibly long period of time to evolve. Celadonio, the battle tested, who does not stand a chance, being only level, 18. The other one we couldn't find here, and yes, this is a quick whisper tour, 98.96% now, was in the Gorge, if you remember correctly. I think I've actually chosen the completely wrong place, but to be honest, we should be able to make our destination, make our way there. Out too much of an issue. Because it's over here. Apart from Feliciano, who likes to go around, there is an Adsecular in this gorge that I could not find. While crabs drop in and everything. It's because it's well hidden. Now, there was one day that I walked in here and something appeared itself. Bertrand the Gorge Scourge is literally on the wall there after being knocked to absolute oblivion and defeated horrifically. We'll just leave. We don't need to fight anything else. That's the job done. But I knew I found a tyrant in there before, but I couldn't find it on the, the stream day, which was really annoying. Wow, we actually killed loads of things. I guess I'll just take it all for the hell of it. But that is 100% of Oblivia done. Where should we move on to next? Well, if we're going that way around the map, we'll leave Noctilum to last. We'll go off to Sylvalum next. Let's get on our way. Find ourselves an enemy to defeat, shall I? Our next target, I'd somehow also just missed, despite of getting the right location, near the level 60-ish Zig that's on that platform. He's just flying around. It's just, again, a case of things loading in or not loading in. Ramus the Supersonic. I even have a quest for him. So we will instantly wipe him out for his positioning. With the first few notes of Uncontrollable coming in once again. To take him down and get another segment recon clearance. But the segment recon clearance for this area is actually one of these guys. And only one of these guys. Oh, I got hit. When the Aurora is around. As you can see, they actually have a lot more HP than our normal enemies. So let me get nighttime to happen with a lovely Aurora. Alright then, so it's Crimson Aurora time where everything here turns frenzied. It seems they don't like this Aurora, they react to it quite a bit. But thankfully the information was given to me for this from the time-changing spot just over there. So let's see if we can find our target. Ignite the Ultimate Chaos. Can I even defeat this guy within one shot or so? This is a question, isn't it? Nope. Well, I've blown his head away. Let's use Agni Gatlin to do a big whack of damage. And then trust in everyone else to get some good hits in. Right, well, that's our segment recon. Ignite the Ultimate Chaos. A big level 80. Gave me Ultra Boundless Bracer as well. Some big melee attack boosts. As well as hide and whatnot. Well, now I fought these guys. I fought two of them. And I fought the ultimate version of it. So that brings Sylvalum up to 97.89%. Let's find our next target, shall we? Our next target was deep in the abyss. However, it seems that he's just actually a rare spawn. Sometimes he'll spawn, sometimes he won't. You just have to find him at the right time to find Behemoth, the Never Dweller. Will Agni Gatlin be enough? Not quite, but when everyone else starts in. You know what? I'll just calm you down here. Those nice weapons being launched in the background by my friends. Segment recon complete. And I'll take these lovely katars. Thank you very much. Now, I'll leave them. We'll sell them. Well, that's another segment recon. 98.94%. The only guys missing is, again, someone we search for a really long period of time, and then you'll be absolutely laughing when we actually find them. So our next target, way up in the top right of Sylvalum, isn't one of these big beasties that are usually just moving around the place. Is no one that's massive and gigantic. It is a tiny little novice. Poor little thing, Clara the Pure White. That is our segment recon. Has a little bit more HP than us, as we get the segment recon completion done, and seemingly have enraged the entire local populace. We didn't want to fight. We didn't have to fight, guys. How many guys are after me? Hasn't anyone got a cool AoE mode except for me? I guess not. Well, that's Clara the Pure White, who has been defeated, which leaves us now at 100% completion. Juicy Wild Meat's pretty nice, by the way. Gotta take that. We're at the point where I'm just like, well, I don't want to fill up my inventory anymore, so sell everything for not that much money. But that's 100% for Sylvalum. So now we've got 100% Primordia, 100% Oblivion, 100% Sylvalum. I guess Coldress is next, right? Our first target here in Coldress comes to the Titans table again, which you'll recognize the geography of. However, none of those high-level enemies over here are what we needed, which is what I was focusing too much onto. It's actually, if we were to take the land bridge rather than fly around everywhere, we would have found Cringe, the hunting arrow, just waiting for a fight.
Humanity isn't finished yet.
I didn't think humanity was remotely finished, to be honest. Wrong order, but still more than enough damage to do. Trust me on that. Because the setup I'm running, I figure, is incredibly powerful at this point in time. So that's segment recon complete. Let's get an electrical storm going so we can find our next target. And so with an electromagnetic storm brought to bear, we find our tyrant over there. Coil the Never Ending awaits to be defeated. So let's just blast it in the face. The good old Agni Gatling, and see that we're not doing as much damage as we'd really like to do. It doesn't seem like he's going to do enough damage to take me out. Interesting that I've been asked to do my super weapon, which would definitely take him out, that's for sure. But not really something I'm going for right now. Let's save the fuel when we can attack it normally, and everyone else can get their links in. We don't need to end this in a blink of an eye, do we? Segment recon complete.
That was a cinch.
It's hiding up on high above a thing, but the more difficult thing is actually getting the storm, of course. In and out of the skell in no time at all. Can't find a thing, he says. Well, let's go find our next foe. We should be over here. Our next target is found at nighttime, way up high in Coldress on one of these forgotten mining frigates. Just hiding in this little bit, which is basically mostly the only ground type bot you can get in this little hexagon here. So with that said and done, we're going in to defeat a bug and its handler by the look of it. They look quite friendly together, don't they? But now I've got that Ghost Walker for the ridiculous win that it does. Decoy. Yes, we have now gone into the power of Decoy. As principally the Ravenous is defeated in the blink of an eye. Is everything? Who lived here? Mr. Marnook? In the blink of an eye, damage is done. Oh, I get some squad tickets too. It's not too bad. Right, next target, because a lot of our remaining targets are at night. Again, we go to a location where I found one, or found tyrants around there, but not the right one just yet. So let's get on moving over. So our target over here is Eisen, the Ebon Rock, which only spawns once you land in the blooming area.
Okay, but I didn't want to fight.
So that's a thing. Let's take him on foot. I can always Ghost Walker, the other guy's got the sky. It's a bit hard to see considering the place we are. But now with 2 green hearts, I can just build counter ridiculous fast, and if I keep going between them, I kind of just make sure I have as much time as I'll ever need. Enraged, are you? Then I can build up to do big damage. Big hits. As is the way with Xenoblade Chronicles X, you don't really get to see what you're fighting so much. But that was our foe. Just waiting here. But you had to land to make it spawn. Couldn't just see it from above. So that leaves a couple more. One remaining. Requires us to be there in the day, so it's time for me to change the time. And so our next target around the awesome watchtowers has now descended from the sky as soon as I was approaching over here. If I could actually target it, that is. Level 61, the Armored Cruiser Seda. Let's just bust it, shall we? Get it, guys. More HP than you'd expect. I didn't even destroy the weapon on his shoulder. Keep firing, guys. I don't think we'll break that bit before it goes down. There's another segment recon is complete. I got a lovely M missile, look. Ooh. Let's take all the goodies there and then go, oh, well, I can't have that. I'm not allowed any of the good things. Get rid of one of my multiple copies of Mira here. Now let's go this way because our next target should be, I think we've even seen it before. Did it just land? I think it did. Telethia the Blade Master. Shall I fight you on foot? Level 72, eh? Well, I can fight anything on foot as long as I've got this skill. And that's the truth of all this. Oh no, everyone's being taunted. I'm so sad. And that said, he has completely mashed Lyn. Gotta say, I wasn't expecting so much. I have all the time in the world. Let's just do some stuff to build up some more TP. Oh, never mind. That'll do it. Ridiculous damage put whenever you use your aura. As long as I have decoy, I can take everything down. This is what we've learned. An ultra infinite visor. Ooh, with potential up and potential boosters. That's pretty good. Pretty tasty. Yeah, I'll take that. Thank you very much. As that is the 100% segment survey rating for Coldress. Now we move on to Noctilum. Where to get the 100%, of course, we have to face a certain someone. There's still a few segments before here and there, but I also should get my Collectopedia done. So let's get that while we go over to Noctilum. And so, the dense fog having fallen in the land, our next tyrant marches down the way by the look of it. It wants a fight, it does not want to fight, it's just going straight past me. Oi, come back! Who said you could leave, Eleanor, the Infernal?
You're gonna help me make a
I'm gonna take you on the ground here. So I'll use Ghostwalker to help me out doing that. But surely nothing will go wrong when we fight a gigantic blooming thing. Seems like I'm having some accuracy issues because of the deep fog as well, to be honest. But my allies are okay health-wise, so can't complain too much. And I think I've probably got enough damage to finish this. A little bit of extra segment recon. Will that get my counter up or not? Well, we beat Eleanor. Our last normal tyrant in Noctilum. Seems I've got quite a bit of extra damage going on anyway at this point to these guys. Let's just do this. Finish off the last one. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I like my TP. I don't want to pick people up. Use my TP that way. That is our last standard. Out of everyone there, Guy. That is our last standard segment recon. I'm just gonna... I'll just take off. It'll be fine. Completed. Bringing Noctilum to 97.19%. Bit of a weird editing cut, that one, because everything just went, hey, stop running away from me, you. I want to take you on foot. Ugh. But that leaves the two remaining segments, both requiring the death of Telethia the Endbringer. In fact, twice. The actual Telethia the Endbringer spot must be defeated in a non-mission encounter, supposedly. Does this count as a mission? Does it not? I do not know. I mean, the Fateful Choice seems to be a mission. Defeat Telethia the Endbringer and Noctilum's Divine Roost, even though it seems to be the actual full shebang. I have made multiple tries in being able to get Telethia down, just as I build up bits and bobs of my scale to see what I needed. To the point where I've got everyone with scales that should be able to at least survive a period of time versus that. But now, with that done, we move on to the super bosses. But I said, of course, the Collectopedia would be among the next parts of our thing. So I did go and search for the final goods. We already have Primordia and Noctilum already done. We have Oblivia here that required me to get an Ouroboros bracelet. I found that near Jer Fortress, which will complete another line. Give me all the battle points I could ever want. And then this Lost Memory Synthesizer, which was up on the floating island where we found a certain Nopon. A machine of fused crystals that conceal some sort of energy. The problem is such crystals don't seem to exist. Oh, okay then. Upon realizing its use as a research probe G5, the Harrier Sarah Ariel named it in disappointment. Right, in Sylvalum, we had two things to get. We had the Emerald Grape that was gotten from the Cavernous Abyss. Actually, more to the point, it was just gotten from cave complexes. A grape with patterned jewel-like seeds, though for the most part immensely sour. It is also known to turn sweet on rare occasions, bringing joy to all who eat it, really. Joy to me, I'm sure. So cave complexes are where you seem to want to be for that, as with like other things like badger moles or whatever they were. And Medusa Squid, I have no clue where I found this, but I found two of them. It wasn't part of my search just now, that's for sure. But with the whole category completed, Mining Probe G10 is a reward, 32 more battle points. Mining Probe G10 doesn't seem exactly that cool. Last thing to get in Coldress was found via the Orsim Watchtowers, where we defeated one of our tyrants. This book is worn to nigh unreadability, but the illustrations of giants depicted within feel somehow nostalgic. Electric, the Cathedral Overseer, broke into tears upon seeing it and gave it this name, the Book of Death and Rebirth. What's going to be our final reward? So that's the reward for the line, then the reward for the category is a storage probe, and then... What? No, you've completed everything reward. Wow, that makes me very disappointed. So that leaves just Telethia. Right, so maybe we'll try out some of the game's big beasties, otherwise known as the Superbosses. Do you want to... Let's get a rematch going on. Remember a certain Lugalbanda? Let's go beat that guy up. So we stand before Lugalbanda, the Wanderer King. Of course, since last time, a lot has changed about my overall setup. Just gear being found and stuff being done. And of course, someone mentioned during the last stream, is he going for Aether Blossom Dance? And I'm like, oh, so Aether's the key, is it? So, with that said, we changed the spec up a little bit and focused on those things. Until that point in time, I was focusing on two things. Infinite Overdrive, which is basically what I was doing in the first place, not going down any specific ridiculous path. So Infinite Overdrive, Blossom Dance was just good and it took ages to earn it. That's why Blossom Dance was in there in the first place. And Potential, because Potential increases the power of Blossom Dance. Simple enough. Or TP Arts as a whole. So the more potential I have, the more I do. Now with the extra add-in thing done, you can just spec for that basically. So there's Inner Search here for more potential if you want that. But there's specifically two skills, Core Crusher, and there's one other as well. At the moment I've still got that because I like it for a crutch. So technically I can lower it down. I've got that as well for when I fight Telethia in my scale. But there's other stuff like this, like boost Eva damage by 30%. Or we can make that 50%. So surely that's going to be pretty good if that actually counts or not. Which is just increasing a lot of our damage to be front-ended, ridiculous smacking kind of damage. Gear-wise, this is how I'm looking at. And yes, I have farmed some of the stupidly insane augments. Where do you think that playtime of 198 hours comes from? Probably completely over the top. I'd say what I've got on the ground is way better than what I've got in the air right now. But, I mean, look at that. I mean, arts gain TP for extra, like, boost there. Potential up, potential boost. Yada yada. Bendage Crusher just helped me out with grinding some stuff and was very cheap to make. Ether Attack Plus. I don't even remember making that, but supposedly I have. Nullify Ether Reflect, so I don't get any bad things coming back. But I've got the arts gain TP on the Ultra Diamond Spaffer here, which is an ether weapon, which is how this all seems to tie together and work. A melee attacker, overdrive count up. I don't even remember making some of these things in the end. But I've just basically got stuff like this with potential boost, potential boost XX there for a big max TP, just to make sure I have like a little buff a bit. When did I get 3 potential? Oh, I got potential boost and 2 potential ups, which brings me to 620 potential overall, plus the Mastermind class giving me a boost in potential. Means that I'm pretty ready to go. So the last kind of key to this is just the fact that Lugalbanda, even if I've geared up and done all this stuff, he's going to whack me and he's going to take me down like he did last time. So with that said, what I will do is
Ghostwalker, start big. Move in and land.
Make sure you can't hit me, right? Then we're going to walk in and completely destroy him in a couple of seconds. Ready? Okay, I'm going to miss completely. This sucks. Why am I missing? He hit me! Why can't I hit him? Oh, I'm hitting him now. My health's back up. I need to hit this, really. Make sure I don't get hit. So I'm gaining TP. He's got some kind of avoidance thing as well or something. This isn't going very well. He keeps going invincible? Every so often I get a hit in. Hopefully with the extra count up, I will be better off as well. This isn't going well. Well, this will boost accuracy, remember. There we go. Well, Lugalbanda may be luring me on this. But I finally got the siphon. The key, I've just remembered right at the end, the key is just to get the accuracy boost from my thing. But there we go, we got Reflect Electric. We want to Reflect Electric. I'm sure we have more rewards. Oh, the others are after me. Oh. And now they've gone. So with Lugalbanda defeated, I'm sure I could farm a million times for that. But if I want to Reflect Electric via certain things, which, to be honest, you can reflect things. Is there a skill to just Reflect Electric? Yes, there is. I think it's Raijin. So that's the thing. We've got Boost HP Max 3 as well. But that's one boss man down. Let's go find ourselves another to defeat, shall we? And so we walk up to a different foe that appeared very much later in the game, because we've been in this location on the Oblivion's North Coast a billion times and never seen this thing. So he is something like that too. Gradivus the Headless Emperor. Now I'm sure if he's supposedly headless, he'll just let me walk up to him and won't attack me, right? So let's get under his feet and start off a fight with this.
You're gonna help me make a
Ghost Factory, so everyone can have decoy. Oh, then I got stepped on. I'm thinking maybe we might be able to let people live based on the fact that we can just keep them able to live. That's the dream. But then use that for myself every so often to make sure I've got enough to go. And just watch my allies get completely toasted and roasted anyway. Well, that gave me a lot of count back. Right, so Gradivus stands here. Tries to knock me down. We've still got some guys alive after all, so we should be able to keep using this to keep myself alive. Then boost this. And now we're at max, we should be able to do some damage. But he's got a ridiculous amount of HP. Yeah, I should probably stop using Ghost Factory as much. Use that, build up some TP would be a great idea. That'll build me some time as well, or if I didn't fall on my ass. Okay, my health is being roasted. Alright, let's just keep focusing on my overall survival. And maybe not focus too much on my allies while trying to cut this guy's HP down slowly. I wish he'd stop moving around like that. I wish I had a more reliable way to get my HP back at this point. Well, there goes Lynn. Oh great, allies are coming in. I feel like I should probably switch for those guys, all considering. Alright, half HP. Oh, I feel like I've left me using this a bit long. Seems being under him is safer. I'm not even joking about that. Look at that. Follow up with melee attack. Let's keep things going. Offensive stance. I need to build some TP again here. And so this is... What's he hit me with? Alright, seems my decoy ran out. Let's try this again. I would like to think there's got to be a safer place for me to stand here.
Ghost Factory, start big. Move in and land ahead. We're in high gear now. Overdrive.
I guess while keeping more targets up, I have a better chance of just a lot of people surviving. Not so much about the damage on my side. But it's when he steps on me that the bad times happen. I guess as long as I can keep everyone alive, I'll be good. Well, I've got my time going no matter what now. Maybe I could take off the... there we go. And now I'll span around again. I haven't really started doing damage yet. Everyone's alive. As long as I don't get spammed by this again. I wish you'd stop doing that twirl. It doesn't have to make me panicky. Right, everyone's alive! Everyone's alive! This is the best run thus far. And I've got endless time. Maybe this is where I want to stand. Elma's in overdrive too now. Oh my god, they toppled it! Oh, I didn't want you to do that. It's nice to find out our opponent can be toppled, I guess. Right, Right, so it's ejected that parasite. I'm gonna kill it. Flinched me? Seems to have locked down some of my abilities. My melee abilities have been locked down. I need to keep everyone alive. Okay. Half HP. I feel like most of them missed or something then. I wasn't really gaining any TP from what I felt should have been melee, but still did the job very well. Have I not decoyed? Right, the decoys are going much better this time. Half. Everyone's still alive. Keep dodging. Use this to chuck some HP down again. Build. Oh, it's going okay. About this time last time that things went pear-shaped though, wasn't it? Okay, not too bad. Everyone's still alive. Basically, I'm everyone's survivability among everything else. It's kind of crazy. And the HP's going down. We can't even really see ever what's going on in this fight, I've got to point out. We just gotta believe it's going well. But I mean, I seem to have the TP available. Don't I? I can't see a thing. Ah, no wonder he's gotten rid of my melee things again. Is it because of that thing? Oh, this is the bad time. Oh, it's missed. I think I just used Ghost Walker for myself before, after all. All these green hearts are just building up my time further and further. Oh, Mira's down. I mean, we're so close. I should do this again just in case. Hey! Only 1 billion HP later. Right, third time's the charm for taking you down. I had poked at him originally after all seeing him. That's how I figured out he had ridiculously large amounts of HP. He has Reflect Thermal for skill by the look of it. So of course this is the thing for Xenoblade, isn't it? How could that not be level 60? This is the thing for Xenoblade. You beat super bosses to get gear that could possibly help you on future super bosses. Reflect thermal attacks as well when your scale reflects damage. You have to use an aura or something like that to be able to force yourself into reflect, or an overdrive that has you in a reflect, or something like that. To be able to equip that. Well, that's 2 of the big boys down. Even though you can't see much of it because we're fighting gigantic foes. That guy had over 100 million HP by the look of things. But he's defeated now. So what's next on the list, eh? We now come to our next target, because I actually had to look at what are the other super bosses in this game, because those 2 are the only ones I kind of found, apart from Telethia and one other, which we'll leave till a little bit later. Let's put it that way. This guy here is Dadaan, with his Dadaan girls, supposedly level 77. He's counted as a super boss because the theme of music that happens when it goes out. So with him standing there ready to battle, let's engage him in, I'd say honorable ground battle, but considering we're doing that stuff. But basically they've got their own special themes to these songs, all these battles. Did I beat him or not? I was actually wondering there. Let's keep everyone alive. But with this as a power, we should be able to just break the Dadaan girls. Actually, Dadaan's staying alive a lot longer than I thought he would. Right, it should be all the time I need. Let's see how much damage this does now. There we go, that's what I expected. Not as much energy or HP as our previous gigantic foe. Much more able for us to rock up and defeat him, but he has Reflect Thermal. In case we need that. Or in case we want to make a build where we can basically put on a reflector and make everyone just not be able to do damage to you because you're reflecting all the damage straight back to the face. So that is 3 down on this list, supposedly. Let's go get ourselves number 4. So high in the sky, to the west of Coldrus, deep in its waters, above an island where lots of jackals seem to swarm, we find our next super boss, now with Yelv and Alexa in the party for synchrony, skill, an extra boost to their scales. Well, they're wearing scale gear. Hopefully, my teammates will be able to fight quite well with me, but for the first time, we might be able to hear the extra music as we head into battle, though I want to be high up, I think, to deal with some positional damage bonuses I've got on my guy. As we find Leva'el the Terminus. What do I target? What's the best to target? A big leg? A thing like that? I don't know. Well, I should be high, I guess. Is this high? I don't know. Side, middle? Let's just nuke.
Start big. Move in and land a hit.
From far away. Got to start with damage somewhere. And we've got ads by look of it too. Leva'el is veiled in a barrier of energy, you say? Oh, these are the nice squad guys. Looks like everyone's taking out the ads. Right, so you're invincible, are you? Yep. Could it have anything to do with these guys that are usually there with the Vita? Probably. The energy barrier has dissipated. And what am I targeting before I fire again? It's ads as well. Well, I hope my teammates deal with that while I try to deal with other things, I guess. But thanks to that, I've got super weapon. I want some more of that. Drone eggs coming out here. Alexa's scale's been taken down. Well, luckily, I'm getting extra cannon every 2 seconds, thanks to cockpit time and thanks to just hitting this. There goes Leva'el the Terminus. Hey, if you can get proc after proc after proc, you're in for the good times, right? How does this guy count as 2 boss? He hasn't got cool music. Right, so we got various parts from him. A reflect and electric to skills. Body, arm. Level 50 scale gear when you're using level 60 scales, and therefore you wouldn't necessarily want it. I guess that's a thing. Well, one scale went down, the others remained. A victory was obtained. Thanks to, well, just overdrive yet again. Procking me in the cockpit time and being able to nuke out lots of really good stuff. So with that said and done, let's find our next opponent, shall we? And so late at night, at Coldrus' Mount Magando is our next super boss, only here when the rain is all brimstony. It's Vortis, the Deific Blast, though I do wonder what part of him to target as I look to go in for my first hit. Let's begin this, shall we? Oh, I should have done that with cockpit time ready. Now that I think about it. Well, let's start breaking stuff and get a cockpit time because we're looking to finish this as fast as possible using cockpit time. Let's just take out bits of him. I hope to constantly keep launching attacks at this rate. Oh! I think we're going to get a quick kill. Thanks to the powers of cockpit time here. He's just wriggling around while we just wreck him. Right, I've peeled off lots of parts of him, and there we go, that should be game. Superbosses do nothing against cockpit time. That is what we've learned. Without it, they could be quite a nasty thing, but we're of course looking to defeat them, not necessarily to fight them in a fair fight. It's Xenoblade after all. Right, we got some reverse calibrating fins, etc. Ultra Infinite Z, which is only a green. Not getting good rewards for this guy, that's for sure. Well, that's another one taken out, and interestingly enough, another guy spawns for all that. How much fuel did I use? Not much, actually, because most of it was during my bonus time. Another guy spawns during this period of time. Telethia the Indignant, who I don't think is a super boss, but he's here too. Just because he wants to be, I guess. However, does not have the same kind of power to resist us. The same kind of HP pool. I don't even know what part of him I'm targeting currently. But everyone else is surviving this. Immune! Immune! Well, let's just hit him in the crotch with some nunchucks and defeat him as well. Thanks for the goodness, and a Galathian Everflame as well, which I had to collect at some point in time for some stuff. Right, with that done, let's move on to our next one. How many's that down now? And so we come near the bedrock hold, the high-level place where so many ganglion troops await in Primordia to find up above on a lovely floating rock. Well, more positioned above just a kind of curious precipice. We find our next super boss, who supposedly is a 2-for-1er. So with that in mind, let's fight Nahum the Red Hair. Overhack. Wow, it's destroying the Lila Queen. I should probably... You're only level 66. But the real problem is this. A 2-for-1, because this guy's got a cool super scale thing. I've already lost half my HP, by the way. So everyone can stay alive a little bit here and maybe take out some of these very obvious weapons. Well, now we get to hear the theme. I would very much like to get enough GP to go into thingy, which I didn't build up before we started this time. I would love to do that. I think some of my teammates are going to go down because they haven't done a single, there we go, shout for such a long time. Actually, Alexa went down too. Right, well, it doesn't look like I'm building any GP at this rate. I'm taking a bit of damage here, there, and everywhere from this level 96 guy, but I'm barely doing any damage as well.
I'm not gonna make it.
Well, there goes Helmet. So it's just me and Lynn left, is it?
This one's got your name on it.
Come on, Lynn. Tank it. I just want enough GP so I can hit harder. Alright, well, I'm at full HP, but I'm now going to be the one that should be targeted by everything.
Open fire.
Keep trying to build my GP.
One more hit.
I'm really feeling it.
Well, let's ignore that attack by attacking myself.
Right then.
And now it's time for me to go into attack phase. That's a bit closer than I want you to get, to be perfectly honest.
Here we go. After a cannon. Fire!
Are you dodging several of my attacks here? I don't even know.
You were asking for this. Here we go.
So now I feel like it's a nuke fight.
Fire!
Which one of us will win it?
Agni Gatling. You were asking for this.
Uh-oh.
We got
I don't need an increase.
shock
Oh, beautiful. Increased power level, thank you very much. Well, my evasion's up while I'm in overdrive, remember, and I get extra damage too. As long as that keeps extending.
After a cannon. Fire! Forget about the rest. Take the fight.
I have enough to take out everyone I want. That was closer than I expected it to be. Thanks to overdrive, we win again. I mean, I may as well take this stuff, even though it's going to ask me to switch some stuff out. But we didn't get any incredibly special rewards from doing any of that. So with my weapon thing full, we move on to our next super boss. I would rather fight these guys on the ground, I've got to add. Because my ground build, feels way better than my scales and the whatnot. Scales feel like a gamble. If I don't have the GP, I don't win. That's what it feels like. I've just got to pray for the rest of it. Well, let's move on, as they say. Hey, Tatsu. Our next target brings us to Sylvalum, the penultimate target before Telethia the Endbringer, because look way above in the sky, this gigantic orb had to be something, right? This gigantic orb leads us in to the Noctilucent Saphir and Farsis, the Ever Queen. Quick question, is this water deep? Damn. I was wondering if I could take it on the ground because I feel much more confident than again with scales. At any point in time, maybe I can lure him over here. Maybe that is a thing. I just take one big rapid shot at your face and then say come back here for the time being while everyone else fights you with scales, maybe? I mean, that would be my dream.
Here we go.
Ready. Fire!
This one's got your name on it.
Well, I'm in cockpit time, so I may as well keep using stuff for the time being.
Here we go. After a cannon.
Looks like it is being pulled back, though.
Gatling. In a good position. Open fire.
Let's do as much damage as we can there, and then see how much I can pull you back. Oh, flinch.
Hey, hold still. Come on.
Can I pull you back?
Okay.
Uh-oh. I feel like this is a bad idea. Well, it didn't hit me, so I'm fine, right? Can you come over here? Oh, okay, they are moving, and it seems there is enough that I might be able to grab them over.
Screw this scale. Ghostwalker.
I guess it just depends on how quickly I can get these things going to keep my other friends alive. Oh, he is here!
Now for the finish.
We have a chance. A chance is all I've asked for. At this point, I just really need more decoy
Touch me up.
Sorry. Reverse.
to start building up the stuff.
0-0.
Missed everything because only melee accuracy is enough to be able to take on my opponent here.
Follow up with melee attack. Ghost Factory.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take out this guy pretty soon, I think.
Ghostwalker. Block this.
Not enough damage. More decoy, please. Oh, I'm losing HP. Ah! So close, it's unreal. Whew. much more confident on the ground if we can pull him over. So that was a simple affair. Because my ground build is God. Oh, I got some white Eagolith stuff. Eagolith. An Ultra Nebulon last year free as well. And reflect gravity. Reflects gravity attacks as well when your scale reflects damage. This lovely weapon here. Thank you very much. And some rare stuff. To go over. That's fast as the Ever Queen. Just pulled over and defeated. Pulled over by me. Yeah, much more confident with the whole decoy thing. By the way, guys, why I'm using the decoy now versus why I was using it earlier, because people were saying, why don't you use this? It was kind of like, well, you can see how absolutely game-breaking to the game the decoy seems to actually be. How overpowering and awe-inspiring. It's a lovely little place up here. What's generating all the goo is a good question. Especially because the goo seems to be running out and falling. What's keeping it generating here? I don't know. Is it sap? Is it something else? But that's why I didn't use decoy until now. Because it is game breaking. And now we move on to our final meal. Our final dish. Telethia the Endbringer. Telethia is someone I tested the areas against repeatedly. Constantly going and farming another upgrade and trying again to see what is the earliest time I could possibly beat it with what I had available to me. So I've seen some of its attacks, I've seen this and that, and now I'm confident that I can at least get a possible kill on it, he says. A possible kill, only a possible kill. So as I head back to the blade barracks to refuel and ready myself, let's see if that kill is indeed actually even possible. So I've seen the moves, I have an idea of what I'm gonna do. The question is, am I going to be able to pull it off? And not only that, but I think I have to pull it off twice to get the 100%. So here we go. Well, here we go. It's time to face our fate. As coming to Noctilum, I've put down lots of debuff, res probes, etc. Attack probes, range attack probes to boost myself up as we face Telethia. Now, I've fought Telethia multiple times before, not within just the story, but also just to test my capabilities, and with that I figured out what I need to take down is this ASAP, so let's do it.
Start big. Move in and land a hit.
Let's go in and start on Telethia, but I need to take down that tail. We have to take him down twice, once for the quest of Fateful Choice and once for everything else. Now our scales should have everything available to them, so not have to worry too much about these ether effects, but not so much to dodge this sleep attack that seems to go off against us. Chunking the Layla Queen, are you? Well, it's fine, we should be okay for now. As long as I wake up sometime in the near future. That is my target. Looks like I'm going to use the super weapon to take this down yet again. But as you can see, if I'm in the middle of an animation while it's doing this sensitive mind thing, I do straight up dodge it. Right, I'm not taking much damage, which is good. But other guys have actually taken bits and pieces here. Anyone going to help me out with this? Looks like they're all just fighting him from the front. At this point, he's regenerating health. We're about to lose some of our friends here. Right, there goes Alexa and her scale, which is the one I actually wanted to stay up mostly, to be honest with you. Alright, I've taken down the tail, so that's good. I very obviously don't want to use my super weapon here, which would have probably knocked this into the next phase already. But there's phases for this fight too! I feel like I should have actually gone into overdrive. But there's a reason I'm not. Because he goes invincible. Right, the Lila Queen's still alive. Oh, Lila Queen's in overdrive. Well, that saved us because we've got Layla with its health regen. We have a few friends, and that's about it. Alright, it is going to land itself down here. It's at that time when I will want to start nuking. I'm doing as much as I can. So with that in mind,
Here we go.
here we go.
Concentrate your fire on the big sucker.
And wing. And we've been toppled. Now, if I didn't get rid of the tail, he would have toppled me a lot more, just to point that out. Wow, that actually nicks my overdrive as well. Oh, what? He's controlled.
I'm almost down, but not out.
No, I don't want to kill you.
Lay off.
So I'm a bit stuck here. Well, there goes some of my friends, and I haven't got a single cockpit time during all this fight, so that sucks too.
In a good position. Open fire.
That shocked it a fair bit. It's just me left.
All right then.
I'm sorry.
I can build up GP maybe. But it's annoying that that topples, because that can open me up to getting damage like this. And if I miss them, I'm really screwed.
Don't push me.
Yep, this is looking like not a win at the moment. I mean, I've got another special to come in the future, sure, but...
Chakram.
Great. Well, I guess I'm just going to have to.
Here we go. On top of a cannon. Fire.
Alright, blew up his head, and now it's got invincible. For the most annoying phase you'll ever see. Why have we been using decoy? Because decoy's ridiculously good, right? So what if the enemy has decoy too? How will that work out for me, do you reckon? Right, best I can do is try to build up GP again. I gotta stay close-ish. It's this soul read ability that does it. No, 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 no! Ooh, just in time. Got into an animation before I even went on. Did it regenerate its... It did! It did regenerate its tail. Right, so now, because it's got this annoying soul read thing, what I have to do is I have to just keep pewing at it until it goes away. Because that's how decoy works, it seems. So while we pew at this till the end of time, well, it also does other things, launch an HP recovery down. I would love some HP recovery at this point. I've got to stay relatively close to be able to use an ability to just dodge that sedative mine by the look of it. Was that it? I don't even know in the end. So I can't hit until Soul Reed's gone. So I'd love GP at the moment. Let's zoom out even more so I can read more of the text that's going on. Break all. It's very nice of you. Stop breaking me. I can survive all the Zephyr attacks because I have the debuff, the stat, whatever, resistance probes.
Chakram time.
And the whatnot going. Every so often he's draining me of GP as well, which just sucks. And I'm still not got rid of Soul Reed. On a previous try, I actually had another scale up at this point in time, which really helped me get rid of this. Without that other scale, it's proving to be somewhat impossible. I'm not taking damage, he's not taking damage. Did I get him? No, it's just using another ability. This is why I'm using my laser as well. Yes, excellent. Cockpit time. I need that right now. Oh my god, when's it going to go away, if ever? That wasn't the right thing. That was a completely different thing. Oh, but I got rid of it.
Here we go.
It means I can do damage.
You were asking for this.
Now I need to keep something available
Topple him with some gunfire.
to dodge this. But there is a small percentage possibility if I can get into overdrive that we might be able to finish this. As long as it doesn't use Soul Read again, which it is very capable of doing.
Agni Gatling! You were asking for this.
Sensitive Mind. We'll dodge that attack. We're so close. Get it! Telethia's defeated. Only took quite a long time, but I have to do that twice. Right, we got an infinite Telethia pen and a Telethia Mira, plus Runtanam's right arm. Ah. Well, that was just a big battle you kind of expect for a super boss, don't you? But only possible because, again, ridiculous trial and error to build up a setup bit by bit. So with my Ares 90, this is what I've got on. So, I've got some ranged accuracies because, of course, the first times we were trying to even fight him, I couldn't even hit him. So, accuracy seemed like a good thing, as well as a custom weapon are GP for an M Blaster, which only increases 5 GP on each rifle shot, but seemed like one of my better ways of getting GP if I didn't want to farm some of the other crazier augments there were to farm. I've got Reflect Neg Physical, even though I don't do any, I don't think, really, apart from maybe my... Well, that's an Ether Blade, that's an Ether. Reflect Neg Thermal, because Avatar is Thermal, I'm pretty sure. And then, oh, we do have Physical on the Vajra, so there we go. And I've got a Reflect Ether as well, because... Well, Reflect Neg Ether because of personal things. Slayer Ultra Fauna XX ×2, which is 40% each extra damage against Telethia, very specifically with a custom weapon attack that we just found somewhere along the way. Opening damage only really works once. Weapon attack up, weapon speed up on our super weapon to kind of help me out. There's a ranged attack up 5, such big stats, you know. A weapon attack up 10 as well, but the main bit here is Ether Res. Tons of Ether Res augments, which aren't exactly that hard to make. In fact, I did have them across everyone's scales. So I had everyone's scales up to 100 Ether Res at least. I also have a Resist Sleep, which never seemed to actually work. As position damage above, which helped me if I'm above, but I didn't really get above that often, did I? With some Ether there. Extra Ether damage. So that was what I managed to cobble together to win this on a bare winning kind of thing. But with that done, we can actually finish the quest, and not yet, I don't think, 100% the entire world, because we have to defeat Telethia outside of a mission to get the full 100%. But we may as well turn in that one last quest, right? Ah, so pleased. I've finally done it. He says with what's the playtime at? 202? 202 hours. 202. This is me trying to do it without farming ridiculously powerful stuff or looking for a setup. Just like literally poking him, going, what will help me? All these ether attacks. Let's put our ether on, yes. But of course, lightning saving would help as well, because that was the main source of other damage, plus the physical. But it's mainly because of getting topple, which is taking the tail off. That's the whole point in that. So, on to Nam. We have bad news. What is this? My oversieves. What has happened? Where are Runtanam and the others? The right hand of a dismembered body found the ruler of fate's stomach. Is this truly a right hand? Then she was eaten. It seems like I still sense the Over that once flowed within her. Only... No, it cannot be! Is this the world seen by the Over before they came to reside within the Orth? We'd already encountered that terrible beast even then. Oh, okay. Tell me, what did you see? It was a memory from a time before the Orth evolved and appeared on the stage of history. A memory from an age where the Over existed as a single entity floating in the ocean of another world. It was not a clear or cohesive vision, but the creature you slew was there as well, living within a different ecology. Oh ho ho, it's what you're saying. I do not know what this memory means, but it's a glimpse of some deeper truth which Runderman gave her life to uncover. I was unable to comprehend the thinking of those who rejected the Over, but this planet holds many mysteries that cannot be explained with the information we have now. That beast is a fine example. If we hope to preserve the Orphi as a race on Mira, it will take a more advanced form of reasoning than even the will of the Over can provide. It will take both Runderman's words and her life into me. From now on, I will seek out a new path forward as she did. Thank you for bringing her will back to me. I am truly grateful. You have helped me change my entire perspective, and I now feel ready to speak to the anti-Over revolutionists with a flexible and open mind. Well, that's Telethia from another place that may have gone through a portal, possibly to another dimension, another world. The links are there, but will they actually mean anything in the long run? I guess we wait for more Xenoblade games, right? Runderman and company were wiped out. You're able to bring her over home, and that should be every quest done. Over Rebellion, that is done. 100% for the residential district. Is there any more achievements popping up? Like, is there an achievement for every single quest being completed? I don't even know. So, the world survey rate is now at 99.87%. All that remains is the actual defeat of Telethia outside of missions. So now I'm going to go back and do it again. And we're going to claim 100%. It's going to be got. Yes.
Here we go. I'm in a good
No,
position.
sorry.
Open fire.
Finally. It took a billion years. Wow, that fight gets boring if you get stuck in a soul read loop. But Noctilum survey complete is done. Telethia is beaten twice. Mira revealed. Achievement is done. To prove that the 100% is there. Noctilum is done. Everywhere is done. 100%. I can see 100% on my map. There's supposedly 100% reward to get as well. So let's go to the Blade Barrack, shall we? Oh my goodness. That fight took a lot longer than the fight I actually showed you. Got Soul Read Cycle in there again for the last bit. The start went really much faster. As coming back to the Blade Barracks to renew everything, we get a big congratulations. Oh my goodness. There it is. That's 100% reward. A lovely poster of our cast. Minus, 1. Which is probably what Lynn's holding up about the 1. I don't even know. Or actually, no, wait. It's not. Doug, you're the one there for that, aren't you? That's why you're holding the weapon you are. That's why he's holding a big-ass sniper in the shot, isn't it? Ah, oh, that's a nice touch. Our 100% completion of Mira. The Superbosses are down. So many things to be defeated. 200 plus hours. Ah, I finally done. We finished it. We finished everything that Xenoblade Chronicles. Oh. Wow, that was a big one. That was a search. Survey complete. You've surveyed the entire planet. Amazing work. Who would have guessed that the day I extracted you would prove so crucial a point in human history? You have my eternal gratitude. Ah, it was a crucial point in human history indeed. You received 5,000 reward tickets because I need them now. I guess I could build another Ares or something. Yet again, that's the reward. You get something that you don't necessarily need after the fact. Ah, endgame bosses. Never change, right? Never ever change endgame bosses. Well, that's it for Xenoblade Chronicles X. So before I go, let me just refresh my skills. And do the one final thing that must be done. The thing that's done in every Xenoblade game. I didn't hug the monkey. Oh my goodness, I'm done! Ah! Much excite. So I think Xenoblade now totals up to a 500 plus hour playtime. Still, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was my biggest endeavor. Terradin! It's territorial, you know. How should I hug you? Sound like a reader. Well, what about a sleep lobotomy?
Here we go. Start big. Move in and land a hit.
I'm sorry, Hayden. We hugged you. Well, horrible, horrible.
Stagger them with a melee
Sleep
attack.
lobotomy at the end. So you can't say I didn't do that either. Ah, the area's 90. Carried me through the rest of the game with some augments to get and some grinding going on. 202 hours and 46 is our ending playtime. As we finally say our final farewell for Xenoblade Chronicles X. But if you guys have a Wii U or ever pick up a Wii U because of its, well, perfect virtual console functions is basically what I'll say. And you pick up this game as well, remember there's still millions of things to find in this game. Not only hidden scenic viewing spots, there are tyrants that I still didn't slay. There were files and stuff, the super weapons that I still didn't get, augments that I didn't make. There is ways to make yourself ridiculously powerful if you really feel the need to really break the game more than Decoy or Soul Reed actually does. So why not give it a go yourself if you want to? Though I do hope, and this is something I discussed at the end of the story part of our stream, I hope that they make this Xenoblade Chronicles free, to be perfectly honest. I feel like the story of this game can be put into a 10-hour prologue pretty damn easily, and then set you up to explore further within Mira, because there are boundaries outside those seas that you can't cross. So what if there's even more to this planet? Well, we know there's much more to discover on this planet, so maybe that's what it'll become. I wouldn't mind playing through the first 10 hours in a driven story for a prologue that would set up so much crazy stuff for the rest of the game, right? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Maybe we'll see this again, maybe we won't. We'll find out in the future. I hope the Monoliths off deliver yet more Xenoblade Chronicles goodness. So we'll see you for the next Let's Play. I'll see you guys around. And for the last time for this series, 99 episodes in, we say bye-bye.